One early evening during the harvest time about 9 years ago, I and one young man who worked for my father at the time, we set off on a ride to the post station to fetch the letters. The weather was wonderful, but on our way back, thunder began to rumble, and we saw a black cloud crawling towards us from the horizon. Our house and the church, brilliant white against the darkness, could be seen in the distance, along the side of tall silver poplars. The air smelled of rain and hay. My companion was at his best. He laughed, he hummed at this very melody and kept speaking all sorts of nonsense. That it would be lovely to suddenly stumble upon a lost medieval castle with high towers, where we could hide the rain, only to be killed by a strike of lightning in the end. The wheel went, the fast gallop across the field, when you almost suffocate from the wind in your face and feel free as a bird. It worries and tickles the soul. He stood before me, looking down, still breathing heavily from our fast ride. I noticed admiration in his eyes. "Maria Alexandrovna," he said, "I would give anything to just stand here and keep looking at you. You are most beautiful today." His gaze was full of both delight and pleading. His face was pale. Even the tiny droplets of water caught in his mustache and beard seemed to watch me lovingly. His feelings spread over to me. I watched the emotion written all over his face, listened to the rain, and couldn't move, completely enchanted by the moment. I wanted to gaze into his sparkling eyes forever. Going to bed that night, I opened the window and felt the uncertain feeling wash over me. I remembered that I am free, healthy, young, rich, noble, that I am loved, but most importantly that I am noble and rich. Noble and rich. How wonderful. Stretch across my bed and feeling the garden school breeze fill the room, I tried to figure out whether I loved him or not, and whether he loved me. But not having come to any conclusion, I finally drifted to sleep. And then, nothing really. The following winter, when we lived back in the city, he sometimes came to visit us. It seemed like a few times he tried to speak of love, but either couldn't manage to speak his mind or simply wasn't sure. Somehow the city made us both feel this invisible wall between us.